today's video, I'll share with you how to use OPAL to set up a simple wiki. So first thing we do is open up a browser and key in the OPAL URL. Okay, I think that's the one. Okay, so you log into your OPAL site. Okay, it's taking some time, so let's be patient. Okay, here we are. Okay, I think I went to the certain page in OPAL library, so I just click there. Doesn't matter, I click on the OPAL main site and I'll be back into OPAL. So here we are. So what I choose is collaboration. Okay, the collaboration button. When you click there, you will see this create button. So I click create. So once I create, then I get a choice of naming the group. So I will just call it test wiki. You may call whatever you want to call. So then here you have three options: private only, that means only those people you invite can use; open means anyone can join the group; open restricted means when you people can join, but only after you have given them permission they can what you call do the things that they need to do on this wiki. So they can, it's like you start the registration and only upon approval people will be able to do the task. Now here you can describe the group. So I will just write this is a test wiki, or I would say test group first, because first we create a group, then we use the wiki. Okay, so if you want to have a group avatar, you can choose. I don't have anything particular in mind. So here, if you have any keywords, you can put that in. So when you put in the keywords, people search for it, this will appear. Right, then you have education officer, EAS, I think education administrative support, AED, whatever they are, your targeted audience you tick so that they can join. So I'll click here EO. Then here are the tools you have for the group: podcast, survey, wiki, forum, calendar, blog, chat. So whichever tool you want to use, you add. So right now I say I'll just add everything pretty much. Then later I'll show you how you can deal with that. So you say submit. Resolve the following error. So I left some error. Oh, I did not key in any keywords. Oh, that's a okay, sorry, I missed that. You see an asterisk there, that means you need to key a keyword. So I just put test, never mind. So here we are, done. So the moment you start your wiki, you start your group, you get a wall. Wall is like a blog or something where you post messages and you can share, and the members of this group will first, whenever they log into this group, they will see this. So if you want any announcement or stuff, that's the place to post. Okay, now recommend, if you click that, then you can search users in the MOE's OPAL system and invite them and recommend them to come to this site. Right. Sorry. Okay, then add to favorites means you click there and it has become one of your favorite, bookmarked it, in other words. Okay, let's get back. Invite, again same, you invite users to collaborate with you. You click there, the page should appear. So you can search for people. Now for example, let me search for myself. Click Sering, any user. So these are again technical terms MOE teachers should know. No record found. Okay, I'm not visible in MOE. Oh, sorry, I need to click here, search. So when I click there, you can see my MOE email appear. You can search people by name, you can search people by email, you can add levels, workspaces, and subjects. So based on that, you can batch, or you can also do batch invite people. If I'm not wrong, if you want to batch invite people, I think I've tried that, you need to generate a default Excel slide. Let me go there here. So you can download the Excel template here, update it, then save it, and then you upload it. It will invite all the people in your Excel sheet with the contact names. Okay, so that is invite. Edit is if you want to edit the group itself. So probably that's the button I pressed earlier. Okay, so you can see my test wiki is there. Okay, and close means you shut it down. Okay, so far so good. Now here's a post. So I says a hi everyone. So I posted there. Here is a message. This is if I want to post a message with the title and post something, a file or something. This is if I want to share a URL here, title, description, URL. This is if I want to generate a poll. Okay. So far there's no messages because I didn't post anything. Suppose I say click the share button. So now it's on the wall. Right, you can choose to delete or highlight. If I highlight, it appears as highlighted. Okay, if you click this, then this message will be deleted. I think same option exists here. So instead of post, please remember it's share. Once you click share, it appears. Okay, so if you're looking for the post button, probably you'll not find it. I was instinctively looking for it, and that's why I couldn't. And if you like any post, you can post one of the emoticons. Okay, that is done. Right, now what are the other functions? Of course, if you look here, you have a blog function. You click there and you can start a blog. Okay, click a new, create a new entry, and new post is the same. So let's try that. Test category. Categories means if you want to organize your blogs. Go to test. I will just write some rubbish here. Then you can tag your blogs. It's a good idea because again, that's to sort out things. So I just do that and I just say submit. So you have added an entry, you view entry. So if you go to the blog here, you see my blog. So people can reply, edit or delete. So that's the way you want to have a discussion. If people want to share it on the Twitter, Google or other social media platforms, they click there. So if you're a user yourself, you will see the edit and delete function. I think others can see the reply function. So that's how the blog function of the group task at the OPAL works. Now let's get back to our group test wiki, the main page. So that is blog. Then calendar, of course, you click there. The calendar function is there, and then I think you can add events or things on different aspects of the calendar, and then you can. It's a usual calendar function, so I won't bother with it. But for groups, I think that may be an interesting thing to use. Then, of course, you have the chat. Chat is for quick communication, so there's a chat. So if you want to organize chat sessions, you can use that, group chat. Okay, then there's a forum feature. Okay, now forum feature here is, thing to remember is thread. You click threads, you'll see all the threads that you have posted. If you want to create a new thread, you press the new thread button and create a new thread. And within new thread, if you want to create sub forums, you can do that. Okay. So let's click there, forum. So sub forum. Let's see, test 1. Okay, I create 2 sub forums. Let's say I have 2 groups and I want them to discuss differently. Private, I can choose yes or no. Show deleted posts, I can choose yes or no. Threads per page means how in each instance how many conversations you want to see. And replies per page means within each post how many replies. So do you want avatar or not? So I just say no, never mind. Submit. So as you can see, now if I click on the group forum here, you can see there's 1 sub forum. Right, then I can create new sub forum, and within that, when I click there, I can post threads. New thread, go through the old thread. So remember, forum is the main discussion platform. Sub forum is within that if you want to divide them into subgroups. This is forum administration, so you can look at the various sub forums. You can block users. You can appoint moderators, I think, for sub forum by adding new once you have members, and then you can organize the threads into categories too. So these are usual same as the things you usually do on a forum, so I'll not go too deep on it, too deep into it rather. So let us go back to our test wiki. Then there's the podcast. I think podcast is quite straightforward. You create an album, call it test podcast or whatever. Then you choose. Then you upload the audio podcast that you have created. If you have any image as a cover for the podcast, you upload it there. Then say submit, and people can see it. And after you have so many podcasts, if you want to save them, make them, archive them, then you just say yes after editing, and that's how you manage your podcast. So it's a very simple and straightforward tool. Now after podcast, what do we have? You have survey. I'll just show you how it looks. You say create, and then you can create your survey. You name the survey, for example, let me call it test. Now everything is optional. So I just say save. So here's a test survey. So I click there. Right, then I begin to add questions and sections. Or you want to edit the survey, you go there. Then you can assign survey to members. You can track who has done, who has not done, and you can generate reports. So that's again pretty straightforward. Now the final part is looking at the real wiki part. So that's the one there, the wiki button. So you click there. So currently it's empty, there's nothing there. So what you do first is click edit. Okay. So the first is name our site. So we'll call it test wiki. Okay. I suggest you choose the font you like. For example, I'll choose Arial black, it's a bit bold, or you can choose any other. And to change color, you can choose here, maybe say red. Okay, let's say okay, red. Okay, and next, now what I want to do is actually I want to insert a table here. So of course you can go here, click and insert a table and use all the editing buttons here, but I found that pretty complex. So what I did is actually I used Microsoft Word. Okay, and I created a table like this. Now how I did this is I'll show you. First thing I did is insert a table. In my case, I just want a simple 2-column table, so I just did 2 columns here. Then I push one side here, and then of course I'll propagate the table there. Then because I needed some text, nonsense text to work with, so I just copied that nonsense text here and I paste there. So lo and behold, I've shown you how to create the table. I've created down there. Now other way I did is, of course, you can go here and then edit the table a bit, like push it, give them some spacing here. But as soon as you post it to copy and paste it into OPAL, it disappears, so it doesn't matter, but I'm just showing you how I did this here. So that's the text, and simple, and now it looks the same, so I'll delete the duplicate that I use as a model. Now what you can do also is here, just type in this short text, padding dash right colon space 30 px semicolon. Okay, just type it there, keep it there, and first thing you do is you copy the table that you have created just now. Okay, copy, and then you go back to your wiki on OPAL and select this paste from Word, and then you just paste it down there and just say insert, so it'll appear like this, don't worry. And then what you do is you select the text on this side, not the whole part, this side, and click this indent button once. Okay, after that you press the format button, so that looks formatted nice, and then you again select the cell, just the cell button, then you right click and it'll give you this table cell properties. So you click there and you click on advanced, and now just now it's align and justify, so I delete that. I'll go back to my Microsoft Word document and I'll copy what I clicked earlier, padding right px right pixels, 30 pixels, so I paste that as a side. I do that. Now of course the justify command is gone, don't worry, I click that again, it's justified. Now when I submit, you can see here I have the test wiki title and the text nicely formatted, right? Okay, that's a good start. Now I just leave it like that, and now I go here and start populating the pages that I want. So let's say I want a groups page. I click groups, click enter, create using template. I don't mind, later I'll figure that out. I just call that page. I need to write something there, otherwise it will not allow me to create the page. So I say groups. Don't worry about that. I want to create one more. I'll call it resources. Okay, capital R. Okay, I press enter. Okay, again it'll ask me, so I just put some dummy text, which these pages are populated later. Resources. Okay, create it. Now I'll create 3 more pages. Rest, you know what, once you get the drill, you understand. Since my course has couple of sessions, so I just write first session 1, enter. Okay, then, okay, I have session 1 ready. Okay, then I'll create new more, session 2. Okay, I create enter. Okay, I've created session 2. Let's say I need a contact page, so I put contact. Okay, enter. It asked me to create a contact. Why it didn't ask me to create session pages earlier is because earlier when I was trying this software out, I created, so that's why probably it's picking up from there. So now I have a wiki in which I've created 6 different pages, one being the main page, the home page, this one, and the rest other pages. Now look how I do this. Okay, I click enter, and now what I decided is I'll put the bigger resources up there at the front here so that it's easier to see. Main page. Okay, and I put a bar there. Okay, leave some space. Then I pull the resources here. Okay, then put the bar there. Pull meaning I click with the mouse, keep on clicking and then pull it. Okay, then I click groups, click the bar there. Then I put the contact. So that is my navigation, main navigational menu. Okay, so maybe I like to make it a bit bold. The font is a bit small, so I put like 14, so that looks pretty good and clean. Right, so that is my main navigational bar sorted. Now here is my side panel where I want people to go from session to session. So again, I click, keep clicking, pull it down. There's session 1. Okay, don't worry, we'll do the formatting later. I leave some blank, then I press, pull it down, session 2. Now here, so this one I'll select like this, and I say bring to the middle, which looks pretty nice. I'll pull it down, and there you have it. So it's a simple test wiki. Before I replicate the other pages, what I try to make sure is I make sure that my navigation button, everything is organized and linked, because then I want to duplicate it. So if I later want to change something, then I have to duplicate it all over again. So I make sure that my website wiki structure is very stable and I'm sure how I want it, so I organize it accordingly. So in my case, I just have 6 pages. Main page, which is the first one, current one. I put it there because in case students go to, or learners go to other page, they want to get back to the main page, they can click there. Then I have a resources page, a group page and contact page and 2 sessions. So that is my organization, so simple and straightforward. If you have others, make sure you have created all the pages first and make sure you have embedded all the links on the main page. Okay, once done, then you go back to click edit button. You click on the HTML, go inside, press Ctrl A and Ctrl C. If you're using Windows, it's Command A and Command C, I think. Okay, and once done, then you can cancel that, doesn't matter. Now you click on, let's say, your session 1 page. Right, then you click edit. Okay, and then you click on HTML button. You just delete everything on there and copy the HTML that you just now copied from the other side, paste. See, it says session 1. So now all I need to do is change here session 1 and I say submit. So my session 1 page is ready. Right, then I click session 2, I go edit, I go HTML, Ctrl A, Ctrl V, copy paste. Okay, I call this session 2. So now let's go back to our main page. Say our main page is test wiki. I click session 1, I go to session 1 page, I click session 2, I go to session 2 page, and similarly you can replicate across all the pages. Now if you want to change the setting, then you have to play with this again. Otherwise, this is how it works. Okay? Now anything else, if you want to look back at how this page was edited, I think you can go to version, back and forth, and if you want to restore to an earlier version, you can press restore and go back to the version before you made any changes, so you don't have to regret. As long as you edit and save, all your changes are there. Now, anything else that I need to tell you about designing? I can't think of any. If you have any other questions, let me know. Okay, so that's it.